Eustass Kid had everything: Conqueror's Haki, a terrifying devil fruit, and the ambition to match. So why did he keep failing? The answer lies in the brutal math of the New World. Kid's story isn't about power, it's about the cost of going at it alone. While Luffy builds a fleet, Kid burns bridges, and now after Shanks has dismantled him in one blow, we have to ask, was Kid's downfall inevitable? Picture Luffy's journey if he never believed in allies. That's Kid. They started in the same place, rookies with Conqueror's Haki and sky-high ambitions, but their paths couldn't be more different. Luffy gathers kingdoms under his banner, Kid leaves scars as his calling card. Remember his motto, slaughter everyone who laughs at your dreams. That tells you everything. Where Luffy sees potential crewmates, Kid sees obstacles. Look at the New World. Luffy's got the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Kid's got empty air where his arm used to be. His Conqueror's Haki isn't weaker, it's lonelier. Take Wano. Kid stormed in alone against Kaido, while Luffy had an alliance. Both got crushed, but only one walked away with new allies. Killer's the exception that proves the rule. Kid's loyalty to him is real, but one ride or die isn't enough in a world where top-tier fighters like Shanks and Kaido exist. Kid's strength never translated to influence, because he never understood what Luffy does instinctively. Power multiplies when shared. Kid had all the tools to challenge the Yonko, Conqueror's Haki, awakened devil fruit powers, and a body count that made even the world government nervous. Yet every time he got close to breaking through, the New World smacked him back down. There's a pattern here worth noticing. Look at his early wins. Sinking Big Mum's ships was no small feat. But what did it actually get him? Just a bigger target on his back. His alliance with Apu and Hawkins should have been a game changer. But we all saw how that played out. Apu's betrayal wasn't just bad luck. It exposed the flaw in Kid's approach. Temporary alliances built on convenience crumble the second someone offers a better deal. Kaido's prison proves this harshest. Kid and Luffy both got captured, but their paths diverged immediately. Luffy turned Udon into a training ground and recruited samurai. Kid just waited for an opening to escape alone. Even when he briefly teamed up with Law against Big Mum, there was zero trust, just mutual enemies. The New World doesn't reward lone wolves, no matter how strong their haki is. Here's what most miss about Kid's defeats. They're not random setbacks. Each one follows the same script. He charges in with pure aggression, underestimates the opposition, and pays dearly. His assault on Kaido got Killer captured. His attack on the Red Hair's fleet cost him his dream. These aren't coincidences. They're demonstrations of how the pirate world actually works at the highest level. Shanks' one-shot victory wasn't just about power scaling. It revealed Kid's fatal blind spot. No backup plan, no retreat strategy, no crew members positioned to counterattack. Compare that to every major Yonko crew we've seen. They move as units, cover weaknesses, regroup after losses. Kid's philosophy leaves no room for that kind of teamwork. The truth is harsh but simple. The New World filters out pirates who can't build something lasting. Kid kept doubling down on what worked in Paradise, raw intimidation, while the real players were playing a different game entirely. But what about his Devil Fruit Awakening? Surely that should have changed things. Kid's Devil Fruit Awakening should have been his ticket to the top tier. The Jiki Jiki no Mi at full power lets him manipulate magnetic forces on a massive scale. We saw him rip apart the battlefield's metal and construct railguns. But here's the catch. Awakening drains stamina fast, and Kid never adjusted his fights to account for it. His damn punk against Shanks was devastating in raw power, but he treated it like a trump card rather than part of a strategy. Shanks' counter was brutal because it exploited this flaw perfectly. While Kid was charging his cannon shot, Shanks had already analysed the battlefield, predicted Kid's move, and positioned himself to end the fight instantly. That's the difference between power and mastery. Kid's awakening gave him the tools to compete with emperors, but without the foresight to use them effectively, it's just a bigger hammer swinging wildly. Compare this to Luffy's Gear 5th. Both are awakenings shown in Wano, but Luffy's comes with built-in adaptability. He improvises moves based on his opponent's weaknesses. Kid's awakening is rigid. He either crushes things or shoots them. When Big Mum tanked his initial attacks, he just hit her harder instead of changing tactics. Against someone like Shanks, who specialises in one-strike eliminations, that's suicide. There's another layer here. Kid's fruit requires metal to function at peak capacity, but the New World's strongest fighters don't rely on weapons. Kaido's club is pure semantics. Big Mum relies on her devil fruit, and Shanks' sword is secondary to his haki. Kid built his entire style around a gimmick that becomes less effective the higher he climbs. The real tragedy is that Kid's not weak. His fight with Big Mom proves he can hang with legends, but power without precision is just noise. Kid invested everything in firepower and 0 points in battle IQ. So is this really the end for him? Not necessarily, because if there's one thing Kid's proven, it's that he doesn't stay down easily. Kid's story doesn't feel over. That last scene in Wano where he talks about the man with the burn mark can't just be coincidence. Oda doesn't drop hints like that for no reason. Look at Crocodile, defeated early, came back as a major player in Marineford, and now as part of Cross Guild. Kid's defeats might be setting up something bigger. His resilience proves it. Remember Udon? Kid took Kaido's beatings and kept standing. Even after losing to Shanks inchily, his crew survived. That's not how Oda treats disposable characters. Killers still out there too, and their bond mirrors Zoro and Luffy's, too significant to throw away. Kid's got one loyal fighter who'd follow him into another war, and that's a narrative thread waiting to be pulled. Then there's the burn mark mystery. Kid was hunting that clue before Shanks wrecked him. That's classic Oda. Introduce a goal, then delay the payoff. Think about Law's vendetta against Doflamingo. It took years to resolve. Kid's fixation on the scarred man could be his version of that long game. His losses might be teaching him what Law learned: you can't take down emperors alone. But here's the key: Kid's not getting a happy ending. Even if he returns, I don't think it'll be as a hero. His best case scenario is becoming what Luffy isn't, a ruthless force that disrupts the balance. That fits Oda's pattern. Characters who refuse to grow become cautionary tales. Eustass Kid's downfall teaches a harsh lesson. Ambition alone isn't enough. The New World rewards adaptability, not just strength. Kid had the power to challenge emperors, but lacked the vision to use it. His story mirrors Luffy's in reverse. Proof that charisma and alliances matter as much as Conqueror's haki, if not more. What do you think? Will Kid return stronger, or is his story a cautionary tale? Drop your theories below, and as always, thank you for watching.